All right, guys, these MP9s are all over the place now. Really cool blaster. I really like my Lahui MP9, which is obviously a much different level blaster, but this design was taken directly from that. Of course, this is a gravity-fed top loader, though. Of course, they do have this really cool optic that works as the hopper, which is something cool and unique that I really like to see as well. So this is from the brand PIECIS, which is PIECIS. So like pieces, but I guess PIECIS, okay? And I've shown you a lot of different blasters from them, or at least several different ones, and they've been a good company to work with. Find them on Amazon, of course. So you can see here we kind of have their red, white, and blue patriotic 4th of July, whatever you want to call it, model or color way that we're going to look at right here. We're going to show you everything it comes with, and as we do that, we'll kind of get it put together and set up. So of course we can do a demonstration and an FPS test on it, which I assume is going to show similar to the other MP9s we've seen like this, but every once in a while you get one brand that surprises you. I had that happen with an MP5K, and maybe we'll have that happen here. We will see. All right, safety glasses, of course. Make sure you're wearing something, guys. Cover those eyes. All right, lots of gel beads. We like to see this, right? Lots of gel beads. Lots of different choices here. Did have someone ask the other day about gel beads, if there's any difference. At this level, the kind that come with the blasters, for any blasters under 150 FPS, and you're buying just standard gel beads, there's not a huge difference, okay? It's when you get into the hardened, the semi-hardened, those type of gel beads where brand can make a difference. And of course, there's some great ones from Australia, since they're so hardcore and serious about their gel blasters over there. Since we got the gel beads, let's talk about them briefly in case whoever's watching this is someone who hasn't seen my other videos. Soaking these properly is of utmost importance. This is the #1 problem people have, is they don't soak their gel beads properly. The gel balls don't get to the right size, their gel blasters don't function, and they return them. But really it's because they don't read directions. All right, guys, if you soak these right, they're gonna work. And by doing so, that means using plenty of water, soaking from 4 to 6 hours, drain off any excess water, make sure you used a big enough container so they can grow to 7 to 8 millimeters. Don't worry, they can't grow too big. And then after you drain that water, you can store them in an airtight container for up to a couple weeks, okay? If you have hoppers like this with lids, they can store in here for up to a couple weeks too. Just never ever store them in any hopper connected to a blaster or any hopper that's not airtight. All right, so again, making sure you do it right. They even give you lots of directions here to make sure you do that. That's very important. Also, to give you an idea, about 5,000 gel beads in here. You need at least 4 liters of water for this many gel beads, so you need a very large container for them to grow properly. I would not start doing a whole thing unless you have a big bucket that you can really put plenty of water in. And there should be water left over when you're done, because you're not going to guess perfect. That way you can strain off that excess water. If you soaked them long enough, you know they got big enough, as long as they had enough room too. All right, so enough on that. I know it's kind of boring for those who've watched, but it's very important. People still are not figuring that out, and then they return them to the manufacturer, and eventually that adds to cost to the blasters for the rest of us, okay? So, speaking of the gel beads and the hoppers, this is a gravity-fed, hopper-fed, top loader gel ball blaster, which means that the gel blaster, the gel balls mount up here, they fall directly into the barrel by gravity, and then they shoot, okay? This standard kind of pineapple or grenade hopper we see across the board. Definitely works very well, and this is the bracket that attaches it. So if you're gonna use this one, you're just going to take this. You can see there's a little button here. You can see there's a little arrow here. Push that button, slide it in place, let go. It's locked on right there. You just screw your hopper in, okay? Very easy to use it that way. Now, cool thing with this is the addition of this hopper. So this is a cool hopper that looks like an optic, right? Looks like a sight. You've got a little on-off here. That's actually for a laser on the front. The reason none of this lights up is because there would be gel balls in there. So that doesn't make a lot of sense if it lights up, because you wouldn't see through it. Open that up, you can fill this in. I think you're only got about 100 gel beads or gel balls that would fit in here, but it's still pretty cool, okay? This just pushes on till it stops, and you can check it lines up. The hole lines up perfect, okay? That's pretty cool. It's cool that it's got that added laser on there too. All right, so we'll leave that on there for now. You get a little magazine style gel ball holder, I guess you'd say, or gel ball storage, right? This is just for additional gel balls that if you want to store them, once you soak them, put them in here, store them. This can just click in the bottom. Okay, they're not going to shoot from here. This is storage only. Here's your magazine release button right here. Go ahead, pop that in. Another cool thing, you get this nice sling, and you can see this is actually a pretty good quality sling. The few slings we've seen, or straps we've seen with gel ball blasters, have typically been pretty little and not worthwhile. This one's definitely a bit nicer. You can go ahead and clip it on right here if you'd like. It's a nice place to put it if you're going to go ahead and use it, right? Have a cool folding stock. You're just going to kind of push up and then over. So it locks in right here, and then push it back until it pops in place. Now it's locked in place. To release it, little button down here, push that, releases it, boom. Okay, lastly, battery. So here's your battery, 7.4 volt battery, 3-pin connection. Charge it up really good when you get it. Charger that we've seen on all of these. That's just a reminder for me because I have so many different ones. All right, so you're going to charge it up, use a 1 amp or greater AC adapter for this to plug into. Charge it up, we're ready to go. Here's where your battery goes. You're going to pop this open. Okay. Again, I've talked about this before. I'm a big fan of when you can, if the battery can go first, battery first, harness on top, so that when you go to take the battery out, the harness is right there. It's easy to grab. You're not going to pull anything or rip anything. Lastly, on-off button right here. Turn it off. Kind of works like the safety too. All right. So there it is from PIECIS. It is their MP9 gel ball blaster. I'm not going to fill it with any gel balls right now, but as a reminder, never store gel balls in here. Only store them in separate airtight containers. Got some cool water activated targets too. All right, so check it out. PIECIS, P-I-E-C-I-S. PIECIS brand on Amazon. This is their MP9 and kind of their, 4th of July patriotic colorway. Let me know what you guys think. I'll throw up a long video where the demo and FPS is added on here, and then I'll also throw this up separately where the demo and FPS is separate. Again, make sure you guys are liking the videos, make sure you subscribe, ask me questions, participate in the giveaways, and let me know what you all think. Thanks. You got the MP9 here from PIECIS, P-I-E-C-I-S. This is kind of their American flag, patriotic version, 4th of July, whatever you want to call it. Of course, you got the laser on here, right? Turn the laser on, turn the laser on. We'll go ahead and let's shoot it and let's test the FPS. I expect the same thing we've seen with all of this model, right? Because why wouldn't we see anything else? So anytime with any of these top loaders, if they double feed, that is super normal. Quick shake is all you really need to do, and that takes care of it. So let's test the FPS here. About 115. So exactly what I figured when it comes to average, about 115 average. That's what we've seen with these all across the board. Wish they were a little stronger, but they're definitely cool. I really like this type of hopper. When I have more time, I'll try to mess around with them, see if there's anything we can do to make them faster, stronger. Probably not a whole lot. In this price range, there's just not a lot of options to really upgrade these. So definitely still cool, definitely good for younger players, or if, you're not looking to shoot too hard. 115 FPS, you're still going to feel it, but it shouldn't be hurting anyone. So check it out, PIECIS, P-I-E-C-I-S, PIECIS on Amazon. The link should be in the description.